So today I woke up and I chose to be identified as a doctor. Is that possible? There's no wishing that will make that my reality. The only way that will be possible is if I enroll in a medical school, study to show myself approved, and become a licensed practitioner. That's the only way that will be possible. Take, for instance, a computer. You can buy a beautiful computer, it's not going to work except you have the five major components in place: the CPU, the RAM, and the others, the storage devices, and among others. So that computer, even though it has potential, it cannot be truly effective except you have systems in place, you have everything that should enable it to work properly in place. It's the same thing with our children. When our children are born into this world, they come in raw. Everything they're gonna have in them, those beautiful virtues, those skills, is something they will have to learn, something they're gonna be able to acquire. But that's where parenting comes in. We have a lot to do when it comes with imputing the right things in the life of our children. Because think about it, whatever we instill in them is what they will give out. They can't give out what they have not, what we as parents have not deliberately instilled in them. So I want to encourage every parent. I know sometimes it can be demanding, especially if you working and you have other things going on. But think about it. There's a proverb where I come from, where it basically says that a child who is not properly tutored, a child who the parents have not spent time in instilling the right virtues in, will eventually become a shame. That will not be our portion. So I just want to encourage every parent out there. It's gonna take, deliberate parenting, intentional parenting, but it's something we can choose to do one day at a time. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, is not going to depart from it. When we look at a society today, there's just things that grieve me. You see social media, I'm like, oh my God, what will this world be 5, 10, 15 years from now? But you watching today, you are the person who will bring a change. You and I, we will bring a change, but it will require us being intentional and ensuring that every single day counts. And trust me, it's not something that we're going to say, oh, I'm just going to do it for one day, 2 days, one week. It's not going to work. I'll give you a typical instance. Now, my 7-year old, we had the same conversation, I'm telling you, almost every day. I almost feel like I should record it so she will see it and maybe have a good laugh. So she has this habit of, when she's about to go to sleep, wherever she is, I'm telling you, she's just gonna get her clothes, drop it exactly there, walk away. And then I'll call her, you can't do this. The next day, we having the same conversation. And after a while, I'm like, how long am I going to keep having this same conversation? And then it dawned on me, okay, she's a child. You should have this conversation until it sticks. So, guess what? This morning she did it again. So, we will have the conversation until she recognizes, okay, this is something I have to learn. This is something I have to just ensure that I have to do it. Mommy's not going to do it. Daddy's not going to do it for you. Now you have to learn to do these things for yourself. Now, I could have afforded to say, oh, but she's just a kid. She's just 7 years. Make excuses for her. But am I helping that child? I'm not. Because a year from now, she's going to be 8. 3 years from now, she's going to be 10. Every year does not leave us at the same age. So we growing. Guess what? She's growing. And if I don't make those little corrections, those things that look seemingly little, she can grow up that way. And today it could be the clothes. You don't know what it would be tomorrow. So I don't leave things to chance. So whatever we can deal with today, and I let her know what I'm doing is to help you tomorrow. So even she will tell you, she'll be like, okay, if you are correcting me, you're doing me a favor, you're helping me for tomorrow. So I want to just encourage you, parents out there, don't worry, take it one day at a time. Rome was not built in a day. So just a little thing to help going forward. Don't leave the outcome of your children's life to chance. Some people will say, what will be. No. What will be will not be. Garbage in will determine garbage out. Take, for instance, the computer. Whatever you put inside there, it will determine the outcome. So, lastly, continue to teach, continual teaching. Teach today, teach tomorrow, keep teaching, and don't worry, it's going to be great. When you start, it's not going to look like much, but I can guarantee you, I'm a product of that. My mom, who is in her 70s, my dad, I mean, they're approaching their 80s. They're still teaching me till today. And I'm still a student. I'm not going to quit being a student. Why? Because I want to be better. And it's the same thing we have to do to invest and help our children to grow. Well, it's been awesome being with you today. Tune in next time and don't forget, share it with your friends and your contact. Let's make a difference one day at a time.